Pakistani Prime Minister has agreed to open graft cases against President Zardari. That's the big story coming in from Pakistan. We are cutting across to our affiliate in Pakistan to get you the very latest as well. But Pakistani Prime Minister Raja Pervez Ashraf has appeared before the Supreme Court just moments ago, which had last month given 3 weeks time to write to Swiss authorities to reopen corruption cases against President Asif Ali Zardari. It was the reluctance to open this case that had seen the previous Prime Minister Gilani having to step down after he was issued a contempt notice by the Supreme Court. And now Raja Pervez Ashraf has arrived at the Supreme Court premises to attend the hearing on the NRO verdict implementation case. Ashraf has agreed to revoke the Attorney General's letter. That means that there would now be, in all possibility, some open investigations against President Zardari. How will that play out? A sitting Pakistani president being investigated for, of course, money that was illegally parked in those Swiss accounts. So that's the huge development that is coming in. How will Zardari be impacted by this whole decision? Will Zardari also be forced to step by the opposition? That is also something that we would be looking at. But yes, riotous scenes again witnessed in the Supreme Court. There you have it, the Pakistani Prime Minister stepping inside the Supreme Court, and now we are getting to know from the Pakistani Supreme Court that he has allowed for the writing of letters to the Swiss authorities for opening up cases against Zardari. Clearly, that's a huge step being taken by the PPP that has been reluctant so far to open cases against Zardari. It became almost imminent that perhaps another Prime Minister would have to step down if there was any sort of delay in implementing the Supreme Court's wishes, and that is why it seems that the Prime Minister has agreed to this demand. Hamza Mir now joins us for more on this story. Hamza, just take us through exactly the ramifications of this development. Does it mean now finally the president is going to be investigated for money parked in Swiss accounts, or could there be more delaying tactics?
Well, right now we can actually go ahead and think that the president might be investigated, but at the same time it should not be forgotten that it's been about 6 years to the case going on, and as per the law, after 6 years of the case being pending in the Swiss courts or in the Pakistani court, it gets null and void. So that this is what the tactic of the government has been right throughout, that they wanted to gain time and they've done that. So this time around, even if it goes ahead with the investigation, they can have the end result in front of them in sight that all the cases can be null and void because of the time being and because of the 5 years tenure that has actually passed off for the cases. So they have safeguarded the president the best way possible on both the grounds of Article 248 as the presidential immunity, and also having elections honor, they can still save him, keeping in view that it's been 5 years and 6 years to the case, and that is why it's not a